I wanted to write a poem about healing. Wanted to write a poem about how I was whole, fixed, healed. Well, I am still filling in the missing pieces, but I can write a poem about how I put myself together and survived despite all that would kill me. One, have you ever watched someone leave? Leave your life in disarray, your mind in a state of unrest. I couldn't rest, laid with my broken heart, couldn't sleep, couldn't dream, and I couldn't tell a soul, see, because I was the gay daughter. And when your girlfriend leaves, you can't tell your family. They don't even know she exists. They won't know how to process it, won't know how to process you. I processed the thought of dying a few times, thought lying down to die would be the easiest goodbye, and on the night before I bid farewell to this place, I saw a poet on stage, bearing her chest of secrets to the world, and I thought maybe I could do this too. Maybe I could take my pain and mold it into something new, so to survive, I wrote a poem or two. There were days on which I wanted to die, which is to say, there were days on which I laid in bed as still as a corpse, unable to breathe, unable to move, unable to leave. There were days on which I felt dead, my psychologist said. Clinical depression and anxiety, see, when you're used to feeling something, it's easy to deny. I thought sadness was the default. I thought everyone wanted to die. I thought everyone dragged their body out of bed in the morning the way a mother will drag her reluctant child out of bed for church. My mother said, it runs in the family. Said that all the women before me bore this sadness, this aching, laying in bed upon waking, wishing that sleep would just take you. Nobody ever said depression, but it coated our tongues. Nobody ever whispered anxiety, but it screamed inside us. And so after I poured these plagues into my therapist's lap, she pointed out all the places where she found my mother. And so I went home and showed my mother all the places where I was her reflection. And we stopped being afraid of the therapist's chair, decided to let someone else rummage through the yarn of our minds to unravel us three. When the news anchor said another black child has died, my grief tried to drown me. I walked through the halls of my school, stood at the front of classrooms, terrified for the lives of children, mourning the life of one of our children. It shook me so bad, I had to take a break from the movement. I opened my mouth to drown one day, but instead I drank my grief, and when it came back up, what poured from my mouth were only poems where I pray that the black child lives. I pray every day that our black children live in peace, and these prayers have saved me, and I hope that these prayers have saved them. For I have learned to shed my skin. Peeled it back even when broken and blistered, have stood naked in my pain, bearing my breast and all the secrets, burrowing beneath, letting loose all of my demons and the things I had buried and the people I had buried and the words I had buried. The echo of my voice could not reach the mountaintop, and so I found a way to climb, and there is chaos building in my lungs when I cry out to this crooked world, and I still haven't learned how to hold heaven and hell in both hands, but I will keep singing at the top of my lungs if it means that someone will hear me, if it means that it will heal me, if it means that I will find peace. I have performed miracles in the face of despair. Houdini'd out of the chains that have bound me. I am learning not to be bound by grief, learning that I am not yet whole, yet I am healing.
Yes.